Hello procrastinators, moneymakers and also YouTubers, it's your friend LaZeR JET. Today we're going to be just doing something a little bit fun but different but fun. Today I've got my Han Solo blaster, and because I'm going to Comic-Con soon, I thought why not make this look more realistic. I mean, the prop itself, it looks great, but just the colour's all wrong, so I'm just thinking what would be a great YouTube video to repaint this and try and making it look like the actual prop they used in the actual Star Wars movie. So I've got some paints here and I'm going to be doing a paint let's build review kind of thing today, so I thought that would be interesting. I thought you guys might enjoy that and see how I do it. So let's do this. So the first thing you actually want to do is just quickly drill out the holes just to get that blaster look effect. And then what we're going to do is add some primer grey to get rid of that awful white and orange paint job, so everything is all gone. And you want to just don't want to get too close to the actual prop, just give yourself like 30 centimeters of space so you're not like brushing over the entire prop itself. Then you want to turn it over and do the exact same thing on the other side. Next we're going to add the matte black. This stuff goes on really well, and before we do, just make sure you keep turning over the prop. That is a very important job. Make sure you keep turning it over. Now this is where the prop actually starts to come alive. It starts looking like a real blaster, but I just think that at the moment it just needs a little bit more detail, because as you can tell there are a few spots where it's still grey, so make sure you get the grey out, and when it's completely dry you can expect it and see everything bit of grey is covered up and all you can see is a nice matte black. Now we're going to move on to a nice wood brown. As I said before, this stuff goes on really well. You want to get a paintbrush this time and make sure you paint carefully and slowly. You want to take your time. You don't want to rush it, otherwise the whole thing will look rubbish. So if you just take your time, as you can tell in this video, I've speeded up because I was actually doing it really slowly. It took me around about 30 to 40 minutes to actually get this thing painted because I was actually taking my time. Now for the booster pummel, you want to paint it a nice metallic silver. As I said before, this works really well, but make sure you have either 2 to 3 coats for the booster pummel, because the first coat always looks rubbish, but make sure you always add a second or third coat. It always makes it work. Now you want to use the exact same silver and gently dry brush around the prop. This will add great detail and it will give it a nice worn effect, and it looks fantastic. And as I said again, take your time, you don't want to rush it, otherwise the whole thing will look rubbish. Now for the scope, you want to use a nice bronze or gold. I mean, a lot of people use gold, but for this prop I used a nice bronze because it just looks very old and rusty, and it just gives that effect where it's just been worn and it just looks fantastic.
Now you want to get the exact same matte black as you did before when you spray painted the whole thing, and you want to gently go around with a brush and just get rid of some of the silver that doesn't need to be there, because it just doesn't look right on the prop, but it does have that nice worn effect. And make sure you don't get rid of all the silver, but make sure you get rid of most of it. Now for the final stage, you just want to get some clear lacquer and just gently spray paint around the entire prop. This will protect the paint and stop it from getting bruised, damaged, or even chipped. So make sure you get clear lacquer and do like 3 to 4 coats.
Well guys, I hope you did enjoy this video as much as I did. I for one very much enjoyed doing this little project, and I cannot wait to go to Comic-Con and meet you guys there, or whoever is gonna be there. I'm not entirely sure who, but this was a fun build to do. This took me about 2 days to do, so take your time and just be patient, and you end up something looking like this, and it just looks fantastic. I'm really pleased with that, and this is actually probably the best thing I've ever painted in my life, even better than my Art GCSE. But maybe this should have been my Art GCSE, because this would have been amazing. So I'm just really pleased with how this turned out. And what I really like about it, how the outside of the front is very nice and silver, but in the inside it's got that grey and black, sort of like matte black burn laser, where the laser just blasts out and it just burnt the inside of the gun, and it just looks fantastic. So I'm really pleased with that. So I'm just very happy that you guys did enjoy this video as much as I did, because if you want me to do more stuff like this, then just let me know in the comments below, and I'll do something that involves with painting, because I'm for one very pleased with how this turned out. So guys, don't forget to subscribe, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll see you guys again next time. And remember, stay cool my friends.